Am I the asshole for not lying to my kids about Christmas present? My MIL/FIL are giving their 4 children/spouses, 7 total, and 4 grandchildren a trip to Disneyland for Christmas. Before she purchased the gift, she checked with each couple/child to see if we would accept the gift. Each of us obviously said yes. So now that my MIL has spent $15,000 for 9 adults and 4 children to spend a week at the happiest place on earth, and just a few days before Christmas, my Estelle has decided that she does not want her children, 7F and 3F, to receive the gift on Christmas, but would like to wait until Easter. Her reasoning is that her children deserve to open more than one small gift on Christmas, and she doesn't want to deal with the excitement of the present for 6 months. She would also like my children, 7F and 5F, to hide this gift from their cousins until Easter. I have told my SIL that my children will not lie just because she feels entitled to decide when and how she'll receive a gift, especially since she already agreed to the gifts month ago. Additionally, I said I won't let my children lie because she doesn't know how to parent her children in a way that makes it easier to anticipate something exciting other than hide it from them completely. Am I the asshole for not agreeing to my SIL's plan? Not the asshole. Deal with the excitement. That's the point of Disney LOL. My in-laws did this a few years ago. We didn't have to wait 6 months, but it was months. Not a single sibling-in-law complained about having excited kids. Mark it on the calendar and let them count down. Not the asshole. That will never stick. Small children won't keep such an exciting secret. And the person paying to bring them joy will feel hurt and annoyed by the drama. Why doesn't SHE purchase each of the grandchildren a Mickey Mouse t-shirt, a Disney book, and a stuffed animal to go along with the gift from the grandchildren? And surely the kids will be getting plenty of gifts from other family members. I don't understand, is the one small gift from the same grandparents? Surely that is not the only gift they are going to get. Your SIL will get her own kids presents? Her 7 is old enough to understand, and her 3 won't understand unless that's the only present. This is something she could have brought up at the time the idea was offered. You are not the asshole, and your kids should neither hide the gift or lie. Not the asshole. It's up to the gift giver to decide what kind of gift it is. What does she even mean, her children deserve to open more than one small gift on Christmas? Is she actually asking/requiring her MIL and FIL to give her children different gifts on Christmas? That's way out of line and not really fair to your kids if they don't get additional gifts as well. Not the asshole. Your SIL is acting very entitled. Am I the asshole for refusing to give my little brother my old gaming PC, even though I just bought a new one? I'm 17, and I finally saved enough money to buy a new gaming PC. My old one still works, but it's slow and can't run games very well. My little brother is 13 and has been asking my parents for a computer for a long time, but they keep saying no. When my new PC came, my parents told me I should give my old one to him. I said no because I want to sell it to help pay for my new PC. It's still worth a couple $100. My parents said I was being selfish because I already have a new computer. My brother started crying and said I don't care if he cries, it's still my computer. I told them that I worked really hard to save up my money, and I shouldn't have to give away something expensive for free. I also said that if they want him to have a computer so much, they can buy him one. Now everyone at home is mad at me. Am I the asshole? Edit. I bought the first PC. Can your parents buy it from you for him at a fair price? Not the asshole, you could sell it to your parents or brother. Good opportunity to have your parents teach him that he can work towards something, be it extra chores or something. Buying a new setup is expensive, and I can see it becoming a pattern of expectations if you do it again in the future, and they would want to give the old one to your brother again. Who paid for the old one? Clarification. Who paid for the old PC? Edit. Just saw you paid for it. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, but I would have loved to get my brother in on PC gaming early. Would be super fun to play with long term. Even if you guys are at odds right now, that gesture could really pay off bonding with each other. See if you can get the Steam family set up too. Could be fun to have a buddy to talk about the games you're into together. Not the asshole. You saved your money and bought it for yourself. This could be a great teaching moment for your younger brother, but your parents are being crappy about it. Is your brother always catered to and indulged? Am I the asshole for telling my brother I'm sick of his friends? I, 28F, have a brother, 30M, who has been one of my best friends for my entire life. We've always had a great relationship. He has a wife, Sarah, 31F, and she is wonderful too. Sarah does not have the best relationship with her family members for one reason or another, so she never understood why my brother and I were such good friends. Regardless, she has always respected it. She's awesome. Enter Bob, 31M, and Mary, 31M. Bob and Mary are their couple friends. They came into my brother's life about 5 years ago and changed everything. Bob and Mary are miserable. They often get into arguments in public, and Mary actively discusses that she wants a divorce. Despite this, they still drag each other around. It's very uncomfortable to be a part of anything with them. Sarah is obsessed with their couple friends. She invites them everywhere. Family dinners, Bob and Mary. Children's, not their own children, but nieces, nephews, etc. Birthday parties, Bob and Mary. If there is any sort of celebration, Bob and Mary are there, spreading misery. My brother seems less thrilled about them, but they make his wife happy, so he lets it slide. I never see or hear from my brother anymore. When I suggest a hangout, he can't because Sarah has something planned with Bob and Mary. It's exhausting. I used to see my brother twice a month. Now I'm lucky if I see him once every 3 months. He no longer calls to just talk. He calls around when he wants someone to watch his pets, and home while he's out with Bob and Mary. I blame him as much as I blame his obsessed wife, of course. Fast forward to this weekend. We are doing our annual tradition of going from my house to our grandparents' house, and then to his house to decorate Christmas trees. We were all ready to go until they dropped a bomb. They invited Bob and Mary to join in. I'm not the only one sick of this. My grandparents backed out, and my parents said they would just stay home instead. My brother was offended and asked why everyone dropped out. I finally had to admit to him that we're all tired of Bob and Mary, and how we have to put up with their negativity and arguing all of the time. We all just wanted a family tradition to continue without including these combative, nasty strangers. I told my brother that I missed him and wished we could be friends again, but that I can't keep trying to maintain our friendship when I feel dismissed and used. It's been a few days, and he hasn't spoken to me since. I feel like a jerk for saying it so abruptly, but I'm devastated that I no longer have a real friendship with my lifelong best friend. So Reddit. Am I the asshole? Your brother and his wife have inflicted Don and Debbie Downer on your family for the last 5 years, and you are obviously all sick of it, to the point you are canceling plans. It's time to start doing family things without your brother and his wife, unless they agree to stop inviting their friends. This is your hill to die on. If you don't, they will continue to invite Bob and Mary for the foreseeable future. They are not family. They are not nice people. You and your family shouldn't have to put up with them. The ball will be in your brother's court. He can see them separately, or not see his family. His choice. Not the asshole. Your Sil is used to negativity from her family. Their fighting probably makes her feel at home. Are your brother and his wife in some sort of poly relationship with Bob and Mary? Sounds like you've all got the Bob and Mary blues. Your family backed out of the Christmas tradition because Bob and Mary were unexpectedly invited, and your brother asked why, so you told him straight, and now he's taking a few days to process this. Give him some space. And don't let his silence guilt trip you. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You communicated a valid boundary that should have been addressed long ago. The execution wasn't perfect, but the core issue is real, and your feelings are justified. Not the asshole. This shouldn't need explaining. Even if they weren't energy vampires, it's beyond rude to invite people to an event that is not your own. This is a shared family tradition. Perhaps it would have come out gentler if you said something sooner, but equally he should have checked in himself. His behavior is the one that changed. Obviously you're feeling used and replaceable. He hasn't considered how inviting tag-alongs makes you feel or cared that you've lost contact. Am I the asshole for calling out a buddy for eating the crunchy cheese layer off the mac and cheese? Went out to a nice tapas dinner with 2 buddies on a golf trip. We order very much with a sharing mindset. People tossed out ideas of menu items, agreed to stay away from seafood due to one person having an allergic sensitivity. As the food arrives, one of the items was a mac and cheese that had a layer of crunchy melted cheese on top. One dude proceeded to serve himself and took the entire top layer of the mac. I called him out in a half-joking manner like, "Yo, what you are doing, you terrorist? Who takes all the topping?" Again, in a sarcastic joking tone, but clearly sending a message. He proceeded to cut half the crust off his plate and put it back in the community bowl. Am I the asshole for calling him out? Part 2 is a huge blow-up argument on the golf course the next day, when it got brought up flushed face, rolling on the floor laughing. Not the asshole. Taking the entire crusty top off shared mac and cheese is like eating all the pepperoni off a shared pizza. The fact that he only gave back half after you called him out, and then had the nerve to blow up about it the next day, makes him double the asshole. Not the asshole. That's like Cartman eating the chicken skin off every piece of fried chicken and leaving everyone else the rest. Ma'am, you can't just take all the nachos with the toppings. It's restaurant policy. Not the asshole BTW. Not the asshole. That's such a weird thing to do on a shared plate. It's like taking all the frosting off a cake. Could you have let it go? Maybe. But what they did made it awkward. Not the asshole. He put the food back because he knew he was in the wrong. He blew up the next day because he was guilty and called out on it again. Not the asshole culinary terrorism, 100%. I'll hold off judgment for part 2, but there is absolutely no universe where a fight about it is justified. The mac and cheese was like $10? Just order another and move on.